Have you ever encountered a hurdle with launching or growing your business? Listen, there are two things that run a business: the back end and your soft skills.
I'm telling you right now, if these aren't in place, you'll lose clients and you'll lose money. Don't want that? Well, you're in the right place.
Hey, I'm Dana.
Hey, I'm Sara.
We're your hosts who are going to tell you how it is, give you tips and tricks, and even occasionally bring on a guest that care about supporting you grow your business organically and nurture authentic relationships. Are you ready?
So we're going to step on some toes, but guess what? It's time to ditch customer service.
I think that is the craziest idea I've ever heard. But if you really dive deep, it's going to make a lot of sense. But what do you mean by ditching customer service?
I mean, aren't we sick of buying a service and realizing the owner is just there to make money? I mean, obviously, as a business owner, we are here to make money, but it's all about creating relationships before you make the money.
I agree. I feel like the best partnerships or relationships I've ever had with my business and as it's grown are with those that I've managed to create some sort of relationship outside of work or growing a business. And then it always turns into, well, let's work together. I like how we vibe. I like how we randomly support each other. And then I naturally feel compelled to support their business because we've taken the time to get to know each other.
Yes, that is a good way to look at it. I wanted to explain customer service versus client service. I mean, because sometimes we all kind of think that it's one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
If you really think about it, customer service is a casual purchase, right? So you walk into a store, you buy something and you're out. Or if you go out to eat, you buy food, you're there, and then you leave. It's a revolving door of maybe a short relationship, but it's not quite a relationship because you're just maybe having casual conversations with somebody. You're not creating the relationship part of it. And I know that at some point there has been conversation about what is it called? The 7 touch points, where you have to have a conversation for a little bit and, kind of just nurture them and have a conversation. And then that's kind of where the client service comes in.
Yes, I love touch points. When my clients specifically, I include touch points that have nothing to do with direct messaging. It's just going in and engaging for a couple of minutes on their preferred social media platform, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, if you must. I don't dive into that one as much, but I know there are a lot of people that still use it. So going in and liking their posts or commenting on something that you resonate with, sharing their post if they're having a sale, or encouraging people to do something, just sharing it so that it reaches more people and boosts their visibility within whatever random algorithm that pops up. I love that idea of the client service, even before they're a client.
Correct. It's if you really think about it too, it's more than a transaction. Your client is more than just a number. You're creating that relationship. So I want to tell you a story. I heard the story of somebody, they went into a pizza shop just because that's where they would get their lunch on a regular basis. And when you walk into a restaurant or a store, you get the customer feel, you go in, come out, it's short-lived. But the shop owner really cared about this customer that came into their store because they were coming in more often than not. And they were actually treating this person as a human being, creating conversation, having, client service relationship. This client now would come in and felt like they were stepping into a business and being seen and heard and feel like they're being treated like a person and not just a transaction. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I love seeing those come up. I actually enjoy when I'm in the store and get to see it firsthand for a real life example. At the time of this recording earlier today, I went toward a wedding venue local to my area. And I was chatting with the venue owner, and she was mentioning how she's a woman business owner and she supports other local businesses. So her event planner is a woman and it's kind of contracted out. So it's her own separate business. She hired a virtual assistant who does all of her admin stuff, owns her own business. And then there's bamboo on the ground. And every year they harvest or trim or whatever they do with it, but they donate it for food for local farms in the area for animals that would eat that. And then she was talking about a few other things of how they really get connected with other businesses and support them in ways that you really wouldn't automatically think of. But because they've built that partnership, they're able to all thrive together through that client service relationship.
That's pretty awesome. As we keep talking about it too, it's as the time goes on and the conversations that we have always going to be about the relationships. I actually had a conversation with another business owner and he's talking to me like how relationships seem so unprofessional because you're a business owner, so you're just there to, make money, which is not, in my opinion, it's not. Even if you're not working with somebody, you're checking in, educating somebody, you're updating them on whatever needs to be updated, even just a simple, hey, how's it going? DM or text kind of thing. These people will now like they're being seen as a person.
Exactly. They're working together, even in low key efforts, as opposed to, I only need things from you and I'm not going to give much back in return.
Exactly. So customer service gets you in and out fast without connections and conversations, and client service, you are creating those relationships. And therefore, as a business owner, you will make more money.
I think, and that's more, it's organic growth, which I feel like a lot of people, I like how you pointed out that it's fast without connections and conversations versus client services that consistent checking in, educating, updating on what you're doing, but also getting updates on what they're doing without the pressure of let's do business. It's just genuine getting to know. So I think finding that time is hard for all of us. It's busy. Especially if you're a business owner, a one woman shop, a one man shop, like there's a lot of hats you have to wear. So finding the time to do it is hard and it's not easy, but I would say spend time, even if it's just 15 minutes a day, you'll see tremendous growth later on. So it's kind of like SEO. What you do today is going to help you 3, 4, 5 months down the road, but you have to start it today. It's a new year, it's a new month, it's a new week, like all of those things is an opportunity for you to set some sort of relationship in motion now. So if you can spend 15, 20 minutes a day, even if it's early in the morning or maybe out during your lunch break, connect with like 3 new people. Spend 5 minutes on each person's thing. And then the next day do 3 or 4 more people and they'll respond. And then it's a little bit easier once the conversation gets going. Or it's a little bit easier because now as you're scrolling on your feed, their stuff is going to automatically pop up anyway. And you can easily share their things. You can more easily interact because the algorithm, no matter the platform, is going to say, oh, you're interested in this person. So we're going to make sure you see their stuff. You're connecting with the right people who want to see you succeed, but you also want to see them succeed. And it'll be much more mutually beneficial.
I think it's time to definitely ditch the customer service and bring in and up-level the client service.
I could not agree more. That's my goal for 2023 with the clarity is like really the only thing I want to hustle this year is communication and like connecting with more people. I want to have so many conversations just to kind of see where things lead.
Exactly. Conversations go a long way.
I would love to hear from you guys in the audience that are listening. What are your takes on client service and those genuine touch points? How do you foster those relationships when we get pulled in so many different directions? Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to head over to our Facebook group where you can share more details about this topic.